This is Gurt, aka 128p70, aka Pancake Pie. My friends and I send each other videos of him all the time because they are hilarious. One day, we saw he posted a video on Instagram about his new Minecraft server, pancakesurvival.net, and instantly knew we had to join. Though upon joining and looking at what the server had to offer, I saw crates and ranks that you can get by paying real money. How could Gurt betray us like this by setting up a pay-to-win Minecraft server? I was devastated. That was until a friend of mine who also joined the server brought up the idea of lagging the server as a sort of revenge against this. Now, I have been a fan of a few YouTubers who have messed with pay-to-win servers before, and I've wanted to do something similar for a long time. This seemed like a prime opportunity. I began by trying to find a method of duping items on the server, but after about 3 hours of totally wasting my time, I came up with nothing. So the next much easier option would be to lag the server, as that was the original plan. I asked the friend from earlier if they wanted to help, but they had gone on vacation, and so I was on my own. There are many designs for lag machines, some much cheaper and easier to make than others. The one I decided to go with was this snowball one. Basically, you trap a zombie in a little area, have snow golems throw snowballs at it, then use bubble columns to guide the snowballs into a small pool where they will sit and accumulate. Now, I think it makes intuitive sense that having thousands of snowballs in one small area will cause the server to lag, but I'm not exactly sure why it does. Does simply having all the snowballs be loaded cause the server to lag? I've heard that leaving them unloaded, then loading them all at once causes it to actually crash, though it seems like you don't even need to have the snowballs loaded, as just having them in the server's RAM causes problems. Whatever the answer is, I was sure to test the machine on my own first, and it turned out to be a pretty good success. Thus, I was ready to begin construction in Gurt's server. So, the materials I needed were snow, pumpkins, soul sand, a name tag, and a zombie. Snow was going to be the most difficult of these to obtain, so I decided to venture out and find some while I picked up any pumpkins I saw along the way, using a hack client to make things a bit easier for me. Eventually though, after over 4,000 blocks of traveling, I found a mountain. Maybe I should have gone further away to be more sneaky, but I couldn't have been bothered. I got myself some snow and almost died by singing to my death, but I managed to keep it together. I set up home base in a flattish area beside the mountain and built both a snow and pumpkin farm. With 2 items off of my checklist, I moved on to obtaining soul sand. This wasn't entirely easy, but I did find a nice amount pretty close by. It helped that I was simply able to slash home when I was done. Before continuing, I decided to do a small scale test to see if this lag machine would really work. I built a small bubble column and threw snowballs in to see if they would despawn or not. I reached about 150 entities, so I was pretty confident that there weren't any anti-lag plugins for snowballs. I also made sure to test if snow golems would actually even throw snowballs at zombies, which they did. With my materials being stored, I wanted to make it completely unsuspicious as to why I had so much snow, so I left this sign in case any moderators happened to investigate. Perfect. My next task was to get a name tag, and it didn't start out well, but I knew I just had to keep searching. With that found, I got some iron for an anvil and named the name tag something appropriate. Oddly, around this time, my in-game chat just broke. This happened a few times and seemed to do so randomly. It gets fixed by waiting a few minutes or by leaving and rejoining. I guess it's just another sign as to why this server is kinda dumb. Which, by the way, this server is kinda dumb. In the Discord server, they have a rule list, which has a rule saying no griefing, but in the same exact message also has a rule saying griefing is allowed.
Interesting.
Also in the Discord, they have a media channel, but you can't attach images, which is the entire point of having a media channel. Now look, if a Minecraft server is new and has a few problems, then fine. But then don't charge people $17 for some stupid rank. Anyway, it was now time to begin constructing the actual machine. I went for a design that I made myself in a testing world because there didn't seem to be any guides on how to make one of these. So I did just kind of wing the whole thing, but the machine is simple enough to allow for that. And yes, this is based on a machine that the Horizon made. During construction, I had to get a zombie in, which I failed on my first attempt, but was able to get it done next time. I hooked up the switch of the machine and gave it a test run. With everything going according to plan, it didn't take long to finish building and setting up the rest. With the machine complete and all the materials gathered, it was time to begin lagging the server. This is when I hopped in a call with my friends to experience the whole thing with them. What do you guys think of my my lag machine?
Oh, that's evil. You're so evil.
Look at this. Look at it. They shoot off snowballs and then they stay in here. And look, there's no mods online. 43 players.
That's funny.
I think it's prime time to set it going. Let's see. All right. Okay, came prepared. I'm doing it until it's entity cramming. All right. Let's see. It's gonna. That's a lot of snowballs. Okay, how many snowballs? There's like 700 snowballs. Okay, I'm already lagging. No one has said anything yet. The only way to confirm it's working is if someone complains about lag. Lag, let's go! Holy lag, I'm doing it! I'm doing it! This TPS is at... TPS is at 3. It was great to see the machine actually working. People didn't seem concerned for very long though, which was weird. People have stopped complaining about the lag. However, I was definitely making an impact on the server. People are leaving. The player count has dropped to like 10. Yeah, breaking blocks is now difficult. Eventually, I made the decision to go and load in the snowballs. Let's see how many snowballs there are. 3,000. Okay, I'm holding W. I'm holding S. 4,400. Yeah, so this were 4,000 snowballs. Anyone else lagging? Oh my god. Yeah, badly. Yeah. The TPS is like, dude, the TPS is too. I also went ahead and gave the server some false hope for the lag to be gone. I'm doing /RTP. I'm getting like... Oh, okay, I've teleported. TPS is climbing again. Even after going back to lag the server, I was pretty impressed by the persistence of the members. How are there still 30 people willing to play on a server that's going like this? I had more of that chat validation error, so I decided to leave and rejoin the server. However, this was a mistake, as the server sends messages when a player leaves or joins. Try to get my chat to validate. Oh yeah, it's gonna be very suspicious. Hey, so when Drumix leaves, the lag goes away, and when Drumix joins, the lag comes back. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? I probably should have been more sneaky about that, but oh well. Oh my gosh. Connection lost? Oh, did the server crash, or did they shut it down?
That's funny.
They might have shut it down. I'm not actually sure what happened here. My guess is that my internet just died for a second. Let's see what happens. Hey guys. It didn't take much longer to get confirmation that the server owners had caught on to what was happening. Yo, I'd recommend just playing a different server or game for a few hours. It's too laggy, I won't be able to avail for at least 4 hours. Wow. Now that I had left and rejoined twice in front of the whole server, there was a player that had a suspicion I was the one with a lag machine. Oh. Well, they know. They know it.
They find you out?
Yeah, they figured out when I left the lag fixed, and when I rejoined it Went back again. Things were slowly falling apart, which is when the first moderator joined the game, over 50 minutes since I started lagging the server. Helper ears. Alright, so we have a mod on. That's the first, I mean, it's not even a moderator, it's just like the first ever...
Helper. That's the name.
First ever guy.
First ever person that's associated with the server has now logged on.
X-ray is cheating. What the hell?
What is happening? Oh, this guy has no idea what's going on. Loading in the snowballs dropped my FPS to a dead 0. $10,000 snowballs. Since the server's moderation wasn't providing updates on solving the problem, the server members discussed how they could fix it themselves. A lag tracker. The lag tracker. They're pulling out the lag tracker.
Is it like a dowsing rod? Like those things are like
Yeah, the dowsing rod. However, after just a few more moments, something very interesting happened. Oh shoot. Something. Oh. We all got teleported. Yeah, do they know?
Do they know?
Those who know.
You just got the power. Oh. Alright, Geekman 420. Why are people going up to me? Oh, I'm getting money. Why am I getting money? I have $55,000.
So
Thank you for destroying the server.
Geek. Why is he sending me so much money?
Maybe he knows who you are.
Liking the server.
Hey, no lag right now. I mean, yeah, there's no lag because everyone's here.
Yeah, you should have made a chunk loader, man. No.
I should have made a chunk loader. So yeah, everyone was teleported to the spawn hub. This is what it looks like, by the way. Very elaborate, I know. But then this one player, Geekan420, began sending me a ton of money, and I still have no idea why. One of my friends did mention the possibility that this player knew exactly what I was doing, and since maybe they also hated the server, they sent me a ton of money as a thank you. It was really weird while it was happening. I decided to lay low for a while, but I eventually went back to the machine.
What are you doing?
I'm just messing around because they're very suspicious right now. I'm going back though. Here we are.
Why would you go back? Oh, to lag it again? They're just like the logs. As soon as you TP, it lags. Like what
exactly. This is when I made my biggest decision yet, and it was to teleport to my claim. This would mean I'm right on top of the machine, forcing my game to load all 10,000 snowballs without any way for me to escape. However, it didn't go as planned.
I don't have this just teleport. Uh-oh.
Oopsie. Oh, my thing crashed. I've been permanently banned. They did it.
Oh, they got
They
you.
got it. Reason none.
Didn't even give a reason.
Not reviews.
Yeah, unjust ban. Unjustly banned.
Unjust ban. Why can I still go in the lobby? I just
You
can't.
should like appeal the ban and be like,
It looked as if my time was up and I had finally been banned. Or had I? I think it's severe. Whoa. Oh, they kicked everyone out. Maybe they shut down the server to diagnose the issue. What was weird was that every time I tried to rejoin the server, it would say I was banned, and a few seconds later it seemed like all of the players currently in the game got kicked back into the lobby. This might have been a coincidence, but it happened 3 separate times. Was I somehow able to kick out all of the players for some reason? Perhaps I was genuinely crashing the server every time I tried to join and load in the thousands of snowballs, even if it said I was banned. I really have no idea. Despite all of this, the members seemed to be convinced that a different player built the lag machine. No idea why they thought it was this player, but it was kind of funny. But, of course, after just about an hour of me causing problems, the inevitable happened. Uh-oh. Broadcast. Uh-oh. It was Drewix.
No.
how do you know?
But instead of just banning me, the server let everyone know who was behind the lag machine. This allowed me to see the server members voice their final opinions. And with that, my time on the server was officially over. I tried joining on an alt account, but it looked like I was fully IP banned. I wish I saw what the server members' reactions were to me being gone, but I think I can make a decent guess. Overall, I'm really happy with what I was able to accomplish. I lagged the server for over an hour, cut the online player count by 30, and got every player kicked out of the world at least 2 times, all in a hopeful effort to reduce the server's profitability. Afterward, I reported the server to Mojang for violating the policies about pay-to-win servers, but I don't actually think they'll need to kill the server, as it's already doing that by itself. A few weeks have gone by since I lagged the server, so let's have a look at how it's doing now. Oh. Recently, Gurt pinged his whole Discord that he was playing on the server, and a grand total of 3 other people joined him before everyone just gave up. The recent purchases section on the website hasn't changed in a while either, meaning no one is buying anything anymore. It's pretty safe to say that the server is basically dead. Even the players agree. Something I want to mention is that from what I found, Gurt has made a total of 3 videos about the server, 2 on Instagram and 1 on TikTok, with all these videos just announcing the server's existence. He hasn't made any more videos about it past that point. This leads me to an idea that this whole thing was just a quick cash grab, but that's just a theory. My guess is that the server won't be making any more money, so it'll probably be shut down soon. And so, to all of the players, I hope the $17 was worth it. Hey guys, this is my first time ever making a video like this, with a voiceover and all. Please do not subscribe to my channel thinking you'll see more Minecraft content, because you won't be. I might try to continue using this little paper bag with a face avatar thing though, which right now is about a dozen PNG files, but I'll try improving upon it later on. Let me know what you think. Also, this whole situation is just for fun. I don't mean any hate to Gurt or anyone else involved with Pancake Survival. It's a block game and a few bucks. I don't really care to do anything outside of a temporary inconvenience. But yeah, that's basically it. Had a ton of fun and wanted to share it. Bye-bye.